Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another installment of Future Langrisser series. This time round, it is October 2023 edition. There are two new heroes as well as a surprising SP release on the new version of CN Langrisser. Major update, of course. So yeah, we'll be getting three new stuff actually, like hero the units, but one of them is gonna get an SP. So stay tuned for to see who is actually getting one. So first off, let's talk about the new heroes that are coming to the game very soon in CN. So we have new heroes here. We got Ashing. I'm sorry if I mispronounce it or butcher the name. You know, it's not that easy to pronounce when it's translated right off from Chinese simplified. And also her class choices are infantry and flyer. Factions, she's part of Legion of Glory, Princess Alliance, and Meteor Strike. Next we got Hoffman. He is part of infantry and lancer class. Good variety on both units. And factions, he is part of Legion of Glory, Strategic Masters, and Meteor Strike. Kind of ironic that these two units here have almost the same factions except for one, Ashley being princess while Hoffman being strategic masters. That's the only difference I spot for those two comparing with the faction choices. So, anyways, next time you might be wondering, who's the new SP hero? Well, to put it simply, it is one of those swordsmith trios here. And you might already know who it is because this hero is the only one that did not get SP until it's been announced that Almeida is getting one in the upcoming major update for CN. So yes, Almeida being the last of the member from the Swordsmith trio is finally getting SP treatment. A lot of people may thought that she's gonna be arriving around the anniversary or some point, but no, we got Almeida in SP class like this soon. So yeah, Zilong is changing things up a bit. So yeah, I think they start releasing SP classes a bit more frequently now. Because in case you guys don't remember, like ever since like the release of Ultramuller, after that, the SP rollouts are like kind of slowed down a bit. But then eventually, after the SP Bernhardt gets revealed, the they decided to give another SP class to another unit right off the bat. I mean, I kind of expected that to happen because there's already a lot of units in the game, so I was thinking like, why they keep slowing it down if there's so many units now, and there are a lot of units out there that still need some like treatments, like especially some old ones, old units like I'll probably say like Vargas or someone. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be an SSR. Some SRs do need some treatments, like SP Chris, for example. Like she has not been announced at all, or either other SR units are getting an SP just yet. Almeida is an exception because she is a promotional character. Like she began as a lowest rarity possible, which is the N rarity, and then eventually when you start her up like over time, she'll become a higher rarity, all the way up until SSR. So as you can see here, SP Almeida is getting a SP class. I'm sorry if I actually already said that, but anyways, let's take a look what she has in her SP. Mostly on what you get when you got her first half of her quest done. So anyways, SP basic bonus that she gets when you unlock is that she'll get HP and increased by 5%, which doesn't sound a lot, but it's actually quite decent amount of stats added to her. And then her talent, SP talent, this is calculated as 6 stars. So I mean, a lot of people might already got her at 6 stars already. So it wouldn't make sense for me to like show the other stats since she also appear as 1 star, 2 star. You know, you know. you name it. Like she can actually be at any stars depending on where you got her from. Of course, everyone should have her because she is one of the trios. So, anyways, let's take a look what her talent is at 6 stars. So, at the end of the action, heals a friendly unit with the lowest HP by 3 times of Almeida's int and removes 2 random debuffs from the same target ally. Then applies 2 random debuffs to 2 random enemies closest to Almeida. So you might be wondering, isn't that her normal talent? Well, yes and no. Her normal talent basically heals an ally that's the lowest. Of course, is the same thing, but and also apply 2 random debuffs to random enemies. But however, this one is actually a little bit more because I think the healing power is increased significantly, and also additionally that the one that she just healed by this talent will have those the debuffs removed, which is a huge thing that normal Almeida doesn't have. And then random debuffs to random enemies, and that are based on closest to her. So that's a slightly different, I think. I might be wrong, but I'll let you know if I actually got that wrong. So, anyways, moving on. Her new soldiers. You might be wondering who they are. Well, you might already know by now because I already showed it here. She's getting Shrine Maiden as the new soldiers, which honestly a lot of people say is a good new addition on her, but others say that it's a bit of a mad, but I mean, I gotta say, Shrine Maiden on Amida is actually a good move because for one, she can now prevent damage, like as much damage as possible. Shrine Maiden provides like a protection as long as she's at full HP. But however, those soldiers aren't that great if your opponent end up having like fixed damage before battle. So yeah, that effect could get cancelled easily. But if you have something that can prevent fixed damage, then you're basically solid for Almeida. But that's just a suggestion. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. All right, moving on. We got some casting pattern skills we gotta look into. There are 4 new ones. We got Kaguya, int plus 5%. At the beginning of the round, if there are 2 or more friendly units within 1 ring of Kaguya, I'm sorry if I actually kind of have a difficult time pronouncing the name because there are 3 different units now that has a similar name, like Kaira, Kaguya, and then Kagura. Yeah, they're confusing sometimes, which is actually quite insane to think about. The cards, such as boar, deer, and butterfly, from the talent spawn effect, will be reduced to 1 ring. So you might be thinking, how does that work? Well, to put this is self-explanatory. So how this works is that as long as she has 2 allies that's like within the 1 ring of her, all the cards that spawn, like such as boar, deer, and butterfly, they are now going to spawn a bit closer to her. So her default her talent how it works at default is that she will spawn those cards within 2 rings of her. But if you have this casting skill available to you, Kaguya will just spawn those cards closer, so that way you don't have to spread your team too wide to get all those cards for Kaguya, which is nice because that's a huge boon for Apex players, like those of you who play Kaguya. I believe there's someone I know that uses Kaguya a lot. I believe it's Cecil, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, other than that, I'm actually happy for those guys who plays Kaguya a lot in Apex because she is a unique character. Not gonna lie. Next up, we got Sizzy White. Her casting skill is increasing her healing effect by 10%. If 3 or more war coins are consumed by the end of the action, the friendly unit with the lowest HP will be restored to 3 times of caster's int and applies investment up to the same target ally. So yeah, I can see here, Suzy White basically has an Almeida style of healing with the 3 times of caster's int, and also not only that, she also applies investment to the same target ally. So that means that that ally that got healed by Suzy White will also get that partial 3C effect, which is not act again. It's just the investment which allows her to get more war tokens or war coins onto the field or on herself to see like if you can actually like make use of it effectively. Like Suzy White is actually well deserved here because that helped her with the war coins flaws because war coins she gets at lower stars is not so pleasant because you only get one each time. But with this one plus her exclusive, I can see Suzy White's gonna get a lot of war tokens from it or war coins. I don't know why I keep mistaking those two together. Like I know they're both similar, like Suzy White and Florentia, but they use different kind of currency for their own arsenal. Next up, we got Helena. Helena's casting skill increases her attack and defense by 5%. When using skills to deal damage, if you are on a friendly crystal terrain effect, 50% chance to reduce this skill cooldown by 3. So you might be wondering, how does this work? Well, self-explanatory. As long as Helena is within a friendly crystal terrain, like it doesn't have to be hers. It could be someone else's Helena that's also on your team. As long as she's standing in that tile, there's a 50-50 chance for the skill cooldown to be reduced by 3, which is nice because it allows her to be able to dish out more damage at a quicker pace. And finally, we got Chris. Not Christian, sadly. Chris is getting casting skill. This is the SR Chris, by the way. Int plus 10%. When actively attacking, unit restores its own HP after battle. The recovery amount is 2 times of caster's int and obtains 1 random buff. So yeah, a lot of people say that Chris' casting skill is a bit underwhelming because for the fact that all it does is just heal herself after battle. I mean, it's great on herself, but still, it's just not gonna go well with your team. I mean, if you don't have give her eternal life, that is. Like, or actually, she has faith, so she has some decent healing power. But however, a lot of people say that this casting skill on her is probably not the best. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes because even though it does sound underwhelming, doesn't mean it's gonna be too weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves when she arrives to the game. I mean, not when she arrives, when her skill arrives. All right, let's move on here. We've been spending too much time on this, so let's take a look at what's next. So next up, we got exclusive equipments. Well, a lot of people might be surprised because this time around, in the next major update for CN, there's only one exclusive that we're gonna need to look into. So the only one that we'll be looking into is Nymph, the one and only unit that's getting the exclusive equipment here. Which a lot of people might be surprised about this because we usually get 2 exclusive per major update, but it doesn't seem like the case for this one because I think Zilong is trying to slow it down now because they're slowly running out of units without any exclusive equipments. So I guess this is their only option in order to like keep the game fresh. So anyways, we have Nymph. Her exclusive is a weapon, by the way, and plus 10% when applying Fantasy Bubble, which is her talent effect. The cooldown of all its skills is reduced by 1. If you own Serenade, which is a buff you got from 3C at the beginning of the round, you will get an additional layer of talent count. So basically, you will get even more talent counts on herself. So that's actually pretty nice for the gear that can actually increase that kind of talent even further. And finally, before we go, we're gonna need to take a look at what else we need to know about when it comes to the next major update for CN. There's a new radar banner for Aden Galmo and Sagani. We also have a new Destiny banner for Gustav, Amadeus, and Rosenseal. We also have a Destiny banner that's like returning, which we'll be supposed to be getting in global soon. which is Rosalia, Susie White, and Amelia. We also have the classic returning Destiny banner for Rachel, Lana, and Tiaris. And then we also have new soldiers like new Flyer and Lancers. And also, coincidentally, these soldiers can also be used on the new heroes I just mentioned in this video earlier. And also keep an eye out for new equipments because they are also being announced in the leaked the leaked website. Anyways, hope you all find this video informative, and I will see you all next time.